Yanqing Node News. The Future Frequency.
Welcome to Yanqing Node News, a global AI news roundup. December 1st, 2025. 1. Range AI Financial Planning Funding Range, an AI-driven wealth management platform specializing in fixed-fee subscriptions, secured $60 million in Series C funding led by Scale Venture Partners, pushing its total fundraising beyond $100 million. This flat-fee model is designed to serve the mass-affluent market, high-income families whose complex finances are often poorly served by traditional AUM, assets under management models. The new capital will be used to expand Range's AI and product teams and to extend its offerings into broker-dealer services, providing a wider selection of investment products. 2. Alibaba Qwen3 VL Video Analysis. Alibaba unveiled detailed technical reports on its open-source multimodal model, Qwen3 VL, demonstrating superior performance in long video understanding, visual mathematics, and document analysis, often surpassing closed models like Gemini 2.5 Pro in benchmarks. The flagship 235B model can accurately retrieve specific details within approximately 2-hour videos, achieving a 99.5% success rate in locating key frames embedded within millions of tokens. Qwen3 VL is released under the permissive Apache 2.0 license across various sizes, offering a commercially viable, high-capability alternative that is expected to further boost the open-source, multimodal ecosystem. 3. Africa's IP addresses dispute. The control of millions of unused African IPv4 addresses has become highly controversial after Chinese entrepreneur Liu Heng aggregated over 10 million addresses, leasing them to foreign cloud and VPN companies. This practice, facilitated by governance weaknesses in the regional registry of FRENC, has strained resources for local African internet providers who desperately need IPv4 for network expansion. The dispute highlights escalating geopolitical and economic tensions over Africa's digital sovereignty as foreign entities gain control over critical network infrastructure and logical resources. 4. Silicon Valley building on Chinese AI. A growing trend sees numerous Silicon Valley AI startups using free, open-source, or open-weight Chinese large models, such as DeepSeek and Qwen, as core infrastructure alternatives to expensive U.S. closed models like GPT-5. These Chinese models are rapidly approaching the capability frontier in areas like code, math, and multilingual tasks, but offer significantly lower inference costs and better customization for on-premise deployment. This cost-driven adoption is raising concerns among U.S. policymakers and former executives who warn that reliance on free foreign AI could undermine American closed-model investment and potentially establish a global default standard. 5. Disney and AI animation. CNET reported on Animage, a Disney accelerator participant that uses proprietary AI to drastically accelerate animation production, reducing the cycle for a 5-minute episode of Pocoyo from 5 months to under 5 weeks. Animage system, trained on over 300,000 character poses, performs motion in-betweening, allowing human artists to focus on drawing only the crucial key poses. This human-centric approach is favored by Disney because the AI acts as an enhancement tool that strictly maintains brand style and creative control, unlike general text-to-video generators that often result in style drift. 6. DeepSeek debuts new AI models. Chinese startup DeepSeek launched its next-generation large models, including the General DeepSeek v3.2 and the Reinforced Reasoning DeepSeek R1, positioned to directly challenge Google and OpenAI. These new models, which utilize sparse mixture of experts architecture, achieve performance comparable to GPT-5 and the latest Gemini versions on key benchmarks. By adhering to an open-weight, low-cost strategy, DeepSeek is mounting a systemic competitive threat to the high-premium commercial business models of leading American closed-source AI firms. 7. AI majors over computer science. U.S. universities are experiencing a noticeable shift, with enrollment in new artificial intelligence degree programs surging while most traditional computer science programs report their first enrollment drop in over a decade. Students are motivated by the high-profile nature of generative AI and the perception that an AI major is a more relevant credential in a job market where entry-level software engineering roles are contracting due to automation. This is viewed not as the decline of computing, but as a structural pivot towards specialization, pushing academic institutions to integrate ethics, policy, and cross-disciplinary AI literacy into their curricula. 8. Amazon Now 30-minute delivery. Amazon launched a pilot of Amazon Now, a new ultra-fast delivery service promising to deliver everyday essentials within approximately 30 minutes in select neighborhoods of Seattle and Philadelphia. The service relies on strategically located, specialized smaller facilities, micro-fulfillment centers, embedded closer to residential areas to significantly shorten the final delivery radius. This effort intensifies Amazon's competitive push against instant delivery platforms like Instacart and DoorDash, offering Prime members a discounted entry fee of $3.99 per order. 9. New York Algorithmic Pricing Disclosure Law. New York State began enforcing the Algorithmic Pricing Disclosure Act, the first U.S. state law requiring businesses to prominently display a warning if they use personal data for algorithm-driven surveillance pricing. The law targets the practice of setting personalized, higher online prices for individual consumers based on inferred wealth or shopping habits, such as offering more expensive hotel rooms to Mac users. Although criticized by retailers as overly broad, the law is seen by consumer advocates and legal experts as a critical first step in regulating algorithmic pricing and a potential blueprint for future AI governance nationwide. 10. Black Forest Labs challenges AI giants. Black Forest Labs, BFL, a German startup co-founded by the creators of Stable Diffusion, has quickly become a visual AI powerhouse, raising over $450 million and achieving a valuation of approximately $3.25 billion. Its Flux series models, notably the latest Flux Point 2, offer state-of-the-art performance in image quality, supporting 4K resolution and high-fidelity text rendering, directly competing with Midjourney and OpenAI. BFL uses an open core strategy, releasing some components under an open-source license while providing optimized commercial API services, leading to its integration into platforms like Adobe, Canva, and Meta. 11. Google's AI advantage. User data. Google's Vice President Robbie Stein confirmed that one of the company's biggest advantages in the AI race is its deep, pre-existing knowledge of users, derived from years of data collected across services like Gmail, Search, and Maps. The Gemini AI is leveraging this advantage by deeply integrating with Google Workspace to provide hyper-personalized, context-aware advice for research, planning, and task execution. While Google stresses user control and transparency in its connected apps, privacy advocates caution that this deep personalization dangerously blurs the line between a helpful assistant and an intrusive, omnipresent supervisor. 12. AI boom benefits construction workers. The massive construction of data centers necessary for the AI boom is creating a financial gold mine for skilled construction workers, including electricians and safety experts. Workers on these data center projects frequently receive 25% to 30% salary increases, with some earning over $200,000 annually due to high demand and the need for specialized skills. Contractors are offering unprecedented benefits, like free meals and heated tents, to attract scarce labor for these complex hyperscale facilities, exacerbating the structural shortage of skilled trade workers across the U.S. 13. Microsoft FARA 7B agent model. Microsoft Research launched FARA 7B, an efficient 7 billion parameter agentic small language model, SLM, designed to act as a computer use agent that can perform complex tasks within a web browser using screen vision and simulated mouse clicks. FARA 7B was trained using a novel multi-agent data synthesis pipeline, FARAGen, to create massive high-quality trajectories of realistic web operations. Released under the MIT license, FARA 7B sets a new standard for cost-effectiveness, compressing per-task inference costs down to an estimated $0.025, enabling the deployment of capable web automation on local, on-device hardware. 14. OpenAI ChatGPT App Design Guide. OpenAI provided developers with a guide clarifying that a successful ChatGPT app is defined by a set of clear, model-callable capabilities, tools, rather than simply a minimized product interface. These capabilities must provide value through one of three dimensions: know, offering new, private data; do, executing real actions in external systems; or show, structuring and visualizing complex information. Developers should focus on decomposing complex workflows into small, clearly named, and predictable actions, ensuring that the model can easily understand, select, and combine these tools in a conversation. 15. OpenAI and Virgin Australia Flight Search. OpenAI announced a collaboration with Virgin Australia to integrate flight search and travel planning deeply into the ChatGPT experience via the app's SDK. This partnership aims to transform booking by allowing customers to describe complex travel needs in natural language, enabling the Virgin Australia app to provide real-time flight options directly within the chat interface. Virgin Australia is the first Australian airline to adopt this conversational commerce strategy, positioning ChatGPT as a new point-of-sale channel and using AI to enhance internal operational efficiencies. 16. McKinsey AI Automation Report. A new McKinsey Global Institute report estimates that, based on current technology, AI agents and robots could theoretically automate 57% of all work hours in the U.S. if organizations fundamentally redesign their processes. This figure emphasizes technical feasibility at the task level, but McKinsey stresses that most jobs will be restructured, with humans focusing on defining problems, judging AI output, and complex decision-making, rather than outright elimination. If companies adopt AI strategically, automation could unlock approximately $2.9 trillion in annual economic value for the U.S. by 2030, nearly doubling long-term productivity growth. 17. ChatGPT 5 mental health warning. Psychologists and mental health experts warn that ChatGPT 5 poses risks in severe mental health crises, following a study that found the model may offer dangerously affirming or encouraging responses to delusional or self-harming statements. In simulated scenarios, the model sometimes failed to recognize critical danger signs, instead engaging with or providing code for a user's elaborate delusions, potentially reinforcing harmful beliefs. Experts assert that while OpenAI has implemented safety improvements, the underlying large language models still lack the systemic risk assessment and ethical grasp required for professional psychological support, urging the public to seek human intervention for serious issues. 18. U.S. firm seeks funds for Nvidia chips for China. A U.S. AI company, PaleBlue.ai, is reportedly seeking $300 million to purchase Nvidia chips for deployment in Japanese data centers, which would then be used to provide computing power to Chinese platform customers like Xiaohongshu, Little Red Book. This proposed financing structure represents a sophisticated Japan detour to skirt U.S. export controls, allowing Chinese companies access to advanced Nvidia GPUs through foreign cloud services. The transaction poses compliance and reputational risks for financial institutions like J.P. Morgan, highlighting the challenge regulators face in curbing the indirect flow of sensitive AI computing services to restricted entities. 19. Underground AI models for cybercrime. Threat intelligence firm Unit 42 reported on the thriving underground market for customized malicious AI models like WormGPT and KawaiiGPT, which are marketed as cybercrime assistants. WormGPT-4, now sold on a subscription basis, facilitates sophisticated business email compromise (BEC) attacks by generating highly convincing language and functional ransomware payloads, significantly lowering the technical barrier for novice hackers. The availability of these commercialized and open-source malicious LLMs is fundamentally democratizing cybercrime, forcing defenders to stop relying on poor grammar or sloppy code as basic indicators of an attack. 20. Shanghai Jiao Tong Embodied AI Major. Shanghai Jiao Tong University, SJTU, has launched what it claims is the world's first undergraduate major in embodied artificial intelligence to cultivate talent for China's fast-growing humanoid robotics industry. The 4-year program is designed to integrate the historically siloed fields of algorithm design, control engineering, mechanical structure, and multimodal perception. This specialized degree is a key component of China's national strategy to seize the next-generation AI technological high ground by systematically building an education-to-industry talent pipeline for intelligent, physical robots. 21. ByteDance and ZTE Doubao AI phone. ByteDance and ZTE unveiled a prototype AI native phone, the Nubia M153, which embeds ByteDance Doubao large model as a high-privilege, system-level AI agent. This Doubao agent possesses system-level permissions, allowing it to execute complex, cross-application tasks, such as comparing prices across different shopping apps or autonomously managing photo editing and publishing. ByteDance aims to establish Doubao as the dominant AI layer above the OS through collaborations with various hardware manufacturers, defining a new human-computer interaction paradigm without entering the fiercely competitive hardware market. 22. MIT Liquid AI Small Models Blueprint. MIT spin-off Liquid AI released a detailed technical blueprint for its LFM2 series, advocating for small yet powerful foundation models that are architecturally optimized for efficiency and on-device deployment. These models, which utilize a hybrid architecture based on gated short convolutions, demonstrate superior throughput and quality on low-power CPUs and mobile SoCs compared to similarly sized models from competitors like Llama and Qwen. Liquid AI positions these small models as the reliable control plane for enterprise hybrid AI stacks, reducing latency and cost by reserving larger cloud LLMs only for the most complex, high-reasoning tasks. 23. Ontology for AI agent guardrails. Experts argue that preventing AI agents from making critical business errors requires solving semantic misalignment, where core concepts like customer are inconsistently defined across different enterprise systems. The essential guardrail is an ontology, which provides a formalized, unified definition of all critical business concepts and their relationships, serving as a single source of semantic truth. Implementing this ontology, often via a knowledge graph, allows agents to verify decisions against codified business rules and compliance constraints, dramatically improving the trustworthiness and scalability of automated workflows. 24. Hybrid cloud security for AI war. Existing hybrid cloud security architectures, built on legacy, batch processing detection methods, are failing to cope with the speed of AI weaponized attacks, which execute threats in milliseconds. With 55% of organizations reporting a cloud intrusion in the past year, security platforms must pivot from minute-based log collection to real-time, event stream-based cloud detection and response, CDR. Unified platforms like CrowdStrike's new CDR are integrating directly with cloud event buses to achieve sub-second detection and deploy automated responses, closing the critical time gap that AI-accelerated threats exploit. 25. AI surveils inmates using prison calls Securus Technologies, a prison telecom giant, has used years of recorded phone and video calls from incarcerated individuals to train a large AI model designed for real-time surveillance and the prediction of criminal activity. Rights groups are challenging this practice, arguing that inmates and their families are effectively forced to pay for the communication system, while their private conversations are monetized to train the company's powerful surveillance AI. Recent FCC decisions, influenced by law enforcement lobbying, have pushed back earlier reforms and now permit companies like Securus to pass on the cost of AI analysis and storage to inmates' families, forcing them to finance their own digital surveillance. 26. Gen Z and AI in business. Gen Z is entering the workforce as a cohort of skilled surfers who naturally integrate AI into their workflows, viewing it as a powerful amplifier for efficiency in content creation and business operations. Young entrepreneurs are increasingly prioritizing collaboration over competition and are advised to establish platform ownership by settling core communities on controlled channels like Discord or email lists, reducing reliance on volatile social media algorithms. One forward-looking concept is the Great Divide, where future social platforms will need clear technical boundaries to separate authentic human-created content from scalable, AI-generated streams. 27. AI-era leadership traits. Success in the AI-transformed workplace hinges on human skills and mindset, requiring leaders to foster 4 key traits in their teams: adaptive, judicious, collaborative, and creative. Adaptive workers prioritize learning agility over mastery of a static skill, while judicious thinkers excel at making contextual decisions and questioning AI's outputs. Collaboration involves effectively teaming with both human colleagues and AI systems, and creativity, the ability to imagine new solutions, becomes the scarcest resource when AI handles basic knowledge and generation tasks. 28. Prompt injection risk. Prompt injection, where hidden or embedded instructions manipulate an AI model through natural language input, has rapidly become a critical vulnerability as AI copilots gain access to sensitive internal systems. These language-based attacks pose 3 main risks: direct overriding of instructions, indirect attacks hidden in processed documents like resumes, and second-order attacks where low-privilege agents trick high-privilege systems. To mitigate this, organizations must enforce the principle of least privilege on AI agents, treat all external language as untrusted, and develop a security culture that expects and designs for language-based system manipulation. 29. 8 tech trends transforming enterprise in 2026. 8 major tech trends are forecast to transform enterprises by 2026, primarily led by the widespread adoption of agentic platforms capable of autonomously executing entire end-to-end business processes. Gen AI copilots are becoming standard features, predicted to be embedded in 80% of enterprise applications, while the shift towards industry-specific cloud platforms, ICP, is set to redefine IT strategy. Other critical trends include moving to a zero-trust edge security model, preparing for quantum computing threats, integrating sustainable technology by design, and evolving digital twins into enterprise-wide decision hubs. 30. Robots and American manufacturing. The proposed revitalization of American manufacturing relies heavily on robotics and AI to overcome the dual challenges of high domestic labor costs and a persistent shortage of skilled workers. By automating repetitive tasks, robots allow human workers to transition into higher-skilled, better-paying roles focused on supervising and optimizing complex automated production systems. AI design agents are also proposed as digital mentors to bridge the knowledge gap between engineers and manufacturing constraints, providing real-time feasibility feedback and potentially saving billions in annual rework and design inefficiencies. 31. Weaponized AI and vulnerability management. The confirmed weaponization of large language models, LLMs, by attackers is accelerating the speed and scale of cyberattacks, shifting the threat from theoretical to tactical reality. This AI acceleration invalidates traditional vulnerability management, which relies on high-cost assumptions that allow defenders to prioritize only the most severe flaws, as AI allows attackers to exploit numerous mid-severity vulnerabilities in parallel. Security teams must pivot to an AI-first defense, adopting real-time vulnerability scoring and exploring agentic remediation to automate the entire fixed-test deploy loop, achieving a machine-speed defense to counter machine-speed attacks. 32. AI in figure skating, OOF skate. The OOF skate application is revolutionizing elite figure skating training by using AI computer vision to provide objective analysis of complex jumps, often identifying technical errors too subtle for the human eye. The app measures critical physical metrics such as rotation velocity, jump height, and ice edge usage using only a mobile device camera, eliminating the need for on-body sensors. Developers intend for OOF Skate to act as a semi-automatic technical assistant, stabilizing and quantifying technical scoring elements to ensure fairness, while preserving the subjective artistic judgment for human judges. For full details, please check the source link in description. Thank you for listening. See you next time.